Yo, Gizeeg. Yeah, Valz. Damian Dubz. Rum Club, we say. Yo, Rum Club world. Rum Club. Caribbean people. Caribbean lifestyle.
Hey, hear me now. Yeah, man. Rum Club world, we are back
in the building.
In case you didn't know, this is the Caribbean Rum Club. I'm your host, Gizeeg, alongside
Damian Dubz in the building. You already know Rum Club world.
Valz.
And today we have a special guest. Or is it an extra special guest? Because he bring extra things.
You gave me extra now. You gave me extra.
Because of the size.
We have an extra special guest, Mr. David Weirs.
Good afternoon, people.
They were kind of soft voice, nice boy voice you get me there.
Yeah, that's my radio. But the same, but 2 o'clock in the morning, phone voice.
Hello.
Before we start, you talk bacchanal talk, your voice loud or something.
No, hello, David Weirs.
Yeah, that's
You have a big time name too. That name song ain't kind of big time. I should know about that David Weirs.
But he large, you know.
You can see that. You can see that.
David, tell the people, who are you?
Okay, who am I? Hi, everyone. If you don't know me on social media, you're living under a stone. But David Weirs is my name, and I am good. Yeah, and I am basically a person who speaks my mind online. I've been that for many years. I've been online 3 times in the past 12 years. That means I've been thrown out by Facebook twice. So this time I toe the line. I just put my toes across the line now. I'm not as I used to be. But social media, I'm a photographer with the Trinidad Guardian first and foremost since 2000.
Like trade. That's a trade.
That is supposed to be trade.
Right.
That's my love. That was my passion. Right. And from there I actually went into the social media thing because it was a fun thing to do.
Right.
And through this, I've gotten a lot of a large following.
Right.
I mean, to the point where I'll be places, and there was one time this nun came up to me. You're David Weirs.
A nun, yes.
Yeah. And I said, well, yes.
And then she prayed for you.
And then she said, oh, I know you from Facebook. I do apologize.
She was like, oops.
Yeah, it was like, okay. So that's when I kind of began to get realistic about what I do and my reach.
Yeah.
And from there, I discovered many other things. One was my passion for food. Well, as you could physically see. But from that, I actually used my social media's growth to actually guide it along what I want to do, which is more food touring and
Well, you've come to the right place. Because we're not afraid of speaking our minds here.
Very good.
And
What we frequently say is we talk the things them.
Speak the things them.
You understand?
Right.
Yeah, and I think we all have a healthy appreciation for food, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I imagine so. I'm seeing this already.
Right.
And Gazul.
And Kazoo.
I know this slang.
Hey.
Shake the glass there, right?
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Well, okay. On that, may I make my presentation?
Please
if you don't
please
mind?
do.
You have a
Feel
presentation
free.
to make?
Yes,
I'm excited.
I actually do. My rum of choice is like how people outside of Trinidad drink Johnny Walker Blue. Johnny Walker Blue is actually to be sipped on occasion. So you will have a bottle and it lasts
For quite some time, yeah.
years. Trinidadians never hear about that.
No. As an opener,
Trini know about that. That will follow the rest of the bottles and go under your armpit in defense. In fact, Arturo Savage, he's the Johnny Walker ambassador.
Okay.
For regional ambassador. He told us when he first got the job, which included Trinidad, he thought he did something wrong. And actually, when he looked at the analytics and saw what Trinidad and Tobago do with the higher ends of
The premium
the
stuff.
premium
You're
stuff.
shocked, eh?
No, he was very happy. And he said from that, his second love from that is a roti. So you understand. Anyway, yes, so
So you're a
my rum of choice was a the last time I purchased one was pre-budget.
Oh.
You understand? So now that I went in today, I had to call Mr. Valley quickly and say, look, I apologize, but I can't really make with that. With that rum. And then when I see Mr. Price at $500, I say, no. Anyway, so my backup was, of course, bringing a popular Johnny Walker brand. This is one of my loves. But I also decided to bring a little variation of rum, a rum cocktail that I have had.
A rum cocktail?
For literally 3 years. What you're drinking from
a 3-year-old?
Yes, it's actually, yes. No.
Wow.
I love my prunes, and I've become very popular from back in the days of Panorama semis. I used to walk around with this little plastic bucket with that concoction that you have in front of you.
Yes.
And along my mother's long when you make
ladle.
the juice, the ladle that I had to carry back home. Drunk or sober, bring back the woman ladle. So this became very popular, and I actually began having this and using it as a starter. So I always added to it. Now
Man,
this,
say a starter.
Yeah. No, I start in terms of the bottle that I have.
Yeah.
That is where it begins. That is where it's made.
Oh,
So it's
I thought it was
never
like
ends.
starter, like, an appetizer. No?
Well, no, it is actually. I use this as an appetizer as well.
Okay.
So, what you have in front of you is, of course,
A 3-year-old.
Chinese salt prune.
Aged 3 years.
No, the prunes also variant, but it is the liquid.
Oh, the liquid.
You notice you have so little because this is potent.
All
What
right.
this is a local mix with, it's a local rum mixed with
Wait,
a tequila.
Close it back, it's going to evaporate.
Yeah, boy.
No, it won't evaporate. And I would like you all to taste it. It is our local.
Let me tell you, you had to see it.
Sip it.
Right.
But they'll see it. They'll
Yes.
Hey, Rum Club World, you know how to find the pics and stuff. So you're gonna get it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's an experience. You have to see it.
Yes.
You have to smell it.
Yes, correct. It has to attack the senses.
And you had to see your face twist up after you eat it.
No.
No.
Well, and I
guarantee you.
get in the Chinese 5 spice
Right.
from the preserved plums.
Right.
Right. I get in some spirits. I'm not quite sure. At first I thought it was tequila, but
I get in a sweetness too, you know. I get in a kind of
Right.
a sweet smell.
oh gosh, I wish that smell of vision.
Hey, I go in, yes. I'm going in.
So David, what's the rules? Do we
Squish
drink?
it,
Do we
squish
eat?
it around in your mouth.
Do we sip first and then eat this? What do we do?
No rules. Actually, people prefer to taste first.
Enjoy the way you like.
What they normally would do, they will taste the
Liquid
actual.
first.
No, actually,
Well, I went all
they'll
in.
have the.
I put the whole thing in my mouth. Hey, Tisha.
This. Jez, what do you think?
This is real.
I like the little connosieur.
I like the way
Yeah,
it just coat my entire tongue.
Yes.
It coat the palate. It has a velvet. I just tasted the liquid. It has a very velvety texture to it, and it coat the entire palate. Right. I'm going in for the prune here now.
Oh, you just taste it right.
I reach the prune seed already.
When you get the seed, that is where you get the sweetness.
I
You
keep an eye
understand?
in my mouth for the entire episode.
David, how long this thing soaking?
Yeah, well, basically it's 3 years that would be soaking, but what I do is I just top
Add.
everything up. Yeah.
David,
Thing nice.
Rum Club World.
Thing nice.
Today is a serious episode.
Tell me, you know,
Nice.
Strong.
Oh,
Are we afraid?
it's supposed to be
I
strong.
hope I can last the whole episode. I go back and make the whole
That heat
podcast.
hitting me at the back of my throat.
This I like to tell people when you're drunk, it's the best time to drink this. Let
When
you
you're
taste
drunk?
this.
This
Yeah,
this is what does get you drunk.
yeah. Nah,
Let's go make it lie down.
let's make it nice. Make it nice.
Wow.
Yeah, baby, we have to talk offline, you know. We have to talk offline.
I like that it doesn't have any harshness, you know.
No, and that's the whole point.
It's real mellow.
And if I tell you that's punching, you
You
wouldn't
lie.
believe it. Yes, it
Punch
is.
on.
It is
Punch
Angostura. Punchion.
Yeah. We
Wait
endorse
now,
Angostura.
punching
yes.
a premium price now?
No.
You're
This
talking
was-
about, you're
Oh,
talking
your
about
rum
a
of
different
choice
thing.
is the premium, but this is punching
Right,
prunes.
this is punching and a mixture.
I ain't getting no aftertaste too. You know, sometimes
okay,
the prunes just give you a kind of aftertaste.
aftertaste from punching,
I have a nice kind of, a nice kind of flavor in my mouth. And it remains, it lingers.
Well, it's mixed with tequila.
There it goes.
The punching almost tame the harshness of the tequila.
A
David.
nice coffee tequila.
David,
So you know the brand.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That's so we must mix drinks. But we mix in tequila and puncheon, and then we drinking scotch.
Right, and I say to you, cheers.
Hey, David, thanks for bringing these treats first, man. I
Not a
really
problem at
appreciate
all.
it. The taste is absolutely...
It might lose the tongue a bit. That is what
It might.
Might. It'll get looser. Yeah, nah, it was a fantastic gesture. Thank you for that, and it tastes absolutely amazing. Yeah. I'm gonna keep
Great.
one. I'm gonna keep one for later. Jizz, you keeping one for later?
After
or?
later, boy.
No, well, you keeping one for later?
I don't think after later, maybe.
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I keep in mind for Carnival.
Oh, God, no. You'll get before.
Yeah, what happened?
Look for you.
Look for me. No, I'm sure I'll have an invitation out for you for
David
events
is part
before.
of the Rum Club, you know. So
Before, I can guarantee
we're
you'll
definitely gonna see him
enjoy
again.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what happened, boy? Wow. So we eat with prunes, we drink with Johnny. What we talking about today? What's the vibes today in the Rum Club?
Well, I see only have some cutters there,
Uh-huh.
and it remind me of wild meat.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
meat.
as we have a food connoisseur here,
Mm.
David could enlighten us. Because wild meat, as you know, is one of the most popular cuisines in Trinidad, and it's definitely enjoyed throughout the region
in this season.
when it is in season,
Correct.
of course.
So, when it is season, then being enjoyed out of season.
So
too.
what happened? You can't keep it in a freezer?
What wild meat all you have there?
Oh,
What we eating today? The snacks.
You know, I don't partake in them things, so I had to take it from all you.
I see some.
Then have some barbecue pigtail
And Jira chicken.
and some Jira chicken.
but I
wouldn't classify that, yeah.
Why not wild meat?
No.
No.
I say, I don't know. You have to school me now, man.
You like me to it?
I do eat that. I don't partake. Ital only. Ital is vital.
What about wild fish?
So I mean, wild meat.
So
yeah.
wait, just now. So we're saying them cutters only have the Jira and the pigtail. That's not wild meat.
No, that's not wild meat.
Oh, okay.
Wild meat is thing like guti, lap, tattoo, maniku,
And
wild
big
hog.
Man.
Wow.
Deal.
Yeah. I mean, we could get into
Well,
each.
there's a bit.
We could get into
Cayman.
each. We could get into each one of them.
Alligator.
You see?
Cayman.
Cayman.
Sorry. Cayman. Lord.
Alligator. Yeah, we could get into
You
each
can
one of
get
these.
quite a lot. But actually, wild meat is anything that isn't kept as in a
Domesticated animals.
domestic
But I think people don't mind a guti and them kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
but to
that
eat.
is-
To eat?
Nah, son.
It's like mining
Cage
chicken.
gutis. Huh?
Like my chicken. What's it don't name their guti good?
Yeah.
So
What's
wait
your name
now.
Tom?
So I can name it.
But wait, no.
Go
But
like a
it-
child, they better get a custom and play with the thing.
So it's only classified as wild if it's running out in the forest then.
yeah.
So if I
it's
take-
not farm. There's not farm.
It's not a farm,
for human consumption.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can't have a iguana and have it home and grow it up and bust it throat. I can't do that.
Well,
People do that though.
yeah, no, I mean, you'll get one or two of people doing that, but I mean, the main focus of this is actually in a context, because remember, if you look at the legal side of it, there are certain meats that are considered, for example, rabbit. Rabbit is still considered
and people keep that.
domesticated. Yeah, no, that's not wild meat. That's not wild
That's
meat.
not wild meat.
No.
So yard fowl, a nice yardie.
Yeah, fowl. No,
But that's
no.
not wild meat.
Most
That's
of
not
it
what
is.
But you
considered wild meat.
you could cook a yard fowl like it's wild meat and kind of
Yeah, well, yeah.
No.
But
no.
No.
Not
No,
wild
that's
meat.
another aspect.
But I'm chicken running around.
Because of the texture of the flesh, or what
Like
we
an
to
X-layer.
call- what we call gamey, which is it's a bit more fresh.
Yeah.
It's also, the meat is a bit more tough because remember, it's not been injected with all the
Hormones.
hormones to make it
All the
easy.
rubbish that
And
humans is
for it
consuming.
to
pull
grow,
apart.
for it to grow fast and that
Correct. So these items tend to be a bit more
kind of
much
thing. It's a little tougher too.
tough is one thing, and then the joints are a bit, they're stronger.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Muscular.
Exotic.
What is needed? How you cook it? You can't cook it like how you stewing a chicken.
you definitely have to put that in a pressure
your
cooker.
times are longer. Correct. Your times will be longer. Also, the aspect of cleaning it is different. A lot of these animals have protective glands.
Wow.
Glands that you know about, or else that will destroy.
The
It
meat
could
itself.
It will stain the meat, as I say.
And some
Rank
it
with a
could-
rank,
it could
as you
poison
say.
you too also.
Well, it will poison if you, but I mean, for you to go through that scent to eat it.
That's like that. So you have to be careful, like when they clean it down by the gootee balls and things.
No, actually, it's under all four of the
The
all
armpits.
four of the legs.
Oh, okay, all right. So if I gootee testes bust, I think that's going to destroy the entire meat.
No.
That's a delicacy too.
delicacy.
Yeah.
That
I
is
ain't
a
eating that
delicacy.
gootee balls.
Yeah,
In fact,
that you have to
there
say for
is-
tonight, the Dubz.
Last night there's a very popular wild meat vendor in the valley, and he's noted for his famous bull ball soup.
Bull ball soup.
But we could only guess.
That's
what
not
he's
from wild
talking
meat, though.
about.
That's from a bull.
Well,
Okay.
you go taste it.
How you had to eat? You eating that with like a toothpick?
No, it's a soup.
Is that
It's a
soup?
soup.
So
Yeah. Soup, you know them heavy soup.
That's
soup,
aphrodisiac,
and then
Dubz.
so-
You have to get that.
Hey, somebody sent
As a
for the
man-
bull balls.
As a man say, when you're done with that, you're spitting on your toes. All right.
Okay, I hear you.
So listen. The
Yes.
thing about it is that Trinidad is uniquely blessed because we have about 30% of the wildlife species that exist in South America.
Yes.
So
Yes.
a lot of these animals actually migrated from the mainland of South America, and we get the lion's share. So high up the
islands, yeah.
the island chain, you don't see them as much. But I think even if you're like me and you never really partake in it, you know it's part of your lexicon. You know about lap, tattoo, quank, caiman, right? Well, so I forget iguana, right? Manikou, right? And as David mentioned, these things are actually delicacies.
Oh yeah.
Very much so.
So people outside of Trinidad might say, "How you gonna eat that?"
Yeah.
Right? But
Well, there are delicacies like that all over the world. I mean,
Exactly.
it's
you
just
know, you
according
could
to
go-
your palate.
It's according
right?
to, for example, even like in the US, they won't be eating what they would consider under the wild meat terms,
Yeah.
elk, bison.
Yeah. No, but
You
but
understand?
but there's it there, but it's venison.
No,
Venison,
That the
yes.
their meat is venison. I mean,
Right?
we never had the time to name the damn things. We just eat it.
Right? And I think they eat manikou as well, but it's called the possum.
Possum.
Possums,
Yeah.
there's raccoons.
Yeah.
There's quite a
Skunk
number
too.
as well.
There's it
That's
skunk
more
too.
south.
Is it
South
skunk?
does that. Yeah.
Skunk?
Well, let's cut off the gland.
Yeah, the glands.
And they certainly eat crocodile.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Right?
We too.
So, but
We do as well.
I think they call these the animals, these that we call in wild meat or wild animals, neotropical animals. And it's basically because
Okay.
of where they originate.
Okay. Good.
Right? We know about the demand. Steady in Trinidad and
In
Tobago.
Trinidad.
Right?
You know about the illegal
The most-
aspect of it.
Well, yes.
About the demand.
yes.
So
Coming
there's
from the
seasons.
demand.
Yeah. There's
There's
seasons. There's a hunting season.
There's a, right, correct, from
You know.
October to April.
Yes. October
Yeah.
to April.
Right, and actually it's October to April, and you have until April the 31st to clean out your
Refrigerators and
fridge.
freezers.
Stores, so you have to cook
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
to- you are not allowed to have any kind
All
of
in May,
wild
June, you have it.
No, but hold on. You can't kill the thing and you can't round up the crew of hunters, or you put all the bottle of punching and all you moving, all you pick up and thing, carry the hunting dogs, kill the animal, skin it, clean it, and put it in the fridge. But after the last day of April, you had so if you had about 3-4 fridge or thing, you had to cook out all of that.
Cook it out.
Oh, make
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
well,
that's
that's
actually have a
interesting.
month. I think you have a month after. the
That's
end of
really
hunting
it. So,
season.
that's it.
Yeah.
so that's the best
Yeah,
time.
month, yeah.
That's the
April
best time to
first,
buy. Because the
actually
price, of course,
price,
would go down
yeah.
around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it
for you all,
the
but
price.
by that time we've heard eating it.
Oh yeah. All right, I hear you. All right, so good.
But-
So from
Well, let's school
Christmas
in,
to
man.
Carnival,
You're right.
You're gonna pay the price.
no, it's abundant.
Okay, but
Because-
still,
But you
it's
say
still a
pay-
premium.
But yeah, I mean, it goes about 10 US a pound on average. For it's $50 to $80 TT, which is about 10
Correct.
US on
Correct.
average a pound. So it's
pound.
not. You're still paying the price
Yeah, you're still
compared to
paying the
it's like the price of a pound of chicken or fish or that kind of thing.
I know.
The price tends to be very it tends to be high because there are a number of people that tend to, they would just say,
Exploit.
I want meat. I want meat.
Oh.
The
Oh,
higher
the
end.
demand.
And demand, that brings demand up. and also because of its scarcity. In fact, I don't know if you all knew, 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, that a pirogue was captured.
Tons of wild meat on there.
Quite a lot coming from the
Venezuela,
mainland.
Yeah.
And that was on its way.
So it's possible then a lot of the wild meat sometimes we consume may not be Trinidad wild meat.
That is something that you have to be very careful about.
So hold on.
From
When
the
we're
mainland
talking about wild meat, a person who partakes and who knows wild meat, because I could tell you, I know I know about one wild meat that I could tell you about inside out. Maybe two.
Don't tell me your personal business.
No, it's not personal business. I eat wild hog. I can tell you about wild hog. Where are they going? Just watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Tisha. But I know about wild hog because I would, from every single Christmas day, I would go down to my to my uncle's home in Pitty Valley, and he would cook that. That's one of his Christmas dishes.
Nice.
So I know the taste. I know what to expect.
What it tastes like?
To me, everything that tastes like chicken, but it's a kind of beefy. Of course, the beefy consistency. I guess that's how it's cooked or how he cooks it. But it's almost like a kind of it's a nice taste. I can't really, I'm not a meat person where I can give it the full description.
Nice taste, yeah.
But the taste is almost beefy to me. It tastes like if they brown the sugar a little longer. I don't know. It have a little sweetness behind it.
The biggest problem with
I can tell you about wild hog.
Cooking of wild meat is that basically there's one recipe to cook everything.
Yeah, so
And that's our
all
problem.
tastes the same way.
All tastes the same. You really have to get into somebody who's a bit of a gourmet to really know how to accentuate, because you want to try to get the gaminess out, which is the freshness of the meat.
Yeah.
That is something that, if you're not sure what you're doing,
You could spoil the whole pot.
you could spoil the pot. I mean, some people eat through that just because that's what it is. But that, when you get that, when you're tasting it, it's tasting a lot like if it was still alive.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So where's the hype
But-
then? Where's the hype on
You know,
wild meat
it's
then?
fantastic taste. It's a fantastic taste. I mean, and then how we cook it. I mean, we use a lot of spices and bay leaf, and let me tell you,
Coconut milk for sure.
yes, cook all that, and then add some alcohol is thrown there. No, I mean, in the mix.
Yeah.
I mean, a simple thing like what you always talking about, the fowl,
Yard
fowl,
yeah.
yard fowl. Yard fowl ain't easy to cook. Yard fowl is
To get yard
you
fowl
put
tender.
that pressure cook, yes. Yeah. Or some people don't like pressure cooking, so they will take the 3 hours and cover that down and have that.
Listen to me. I have looked at my mother cook all kind of wild meat. Now, when you buy
never
the meat,
tasted.
I never taste it. I don't like them thing. I don't eat them thing.
Just never taste a wild meat.
Never.
Okay. In
I
a house
never eat a wild meat.
in a house where it was cooking
I
and thing
never
all the
eat a
time.
wild
You never eat a wild meat. All right, go ahead.
You take your finger and you taste the sauce.
No.
Whoa.
But the first there's the way in which the meat is prepared
Correct.
before you cook it. Some people buccaneer is like they smoke it, right? Depending on the meat, you have to skin and thread. You ever see them skin a maniku?
Wow. So wait now, when you get him on
You dip that thing in some hot scalding water, right?
It's not skin and
And
thing
you
already.
beat it up so and all the
That is
Dubz,
most, yes,
Dubz, you're
correct.
not getting your wild meat in the supermarket.
Yeah,
you get it from somebody who captured it. So they're not kidding it, not necessarily.
Everything is
A
yours
lot
to
of
do.
the time they would do that. I mean,
Right.
if
But
you buy
yeah.
it in parts.
So it's not like
for
you're buying
example-
it in a price mart or like a Costco. It's cut up on
you see-
and just the label says
It says Manico
Yeah.
to 5 pounds.
But
not like that.
that is if you are buying the whole animal.
right.
Yeah.
A lot of these, what they would do is that they would, if you're buying it in parts, then they would skin it, clean it, and that's when you get it.
Right.
There are some people that, there are some animals that the skin is so that even when you skin them, they still have the hairs that you have to
Burn or something.
Correct.
Singe.
Singe it, correct. Yeah.
So just all that was going on in the yard by you?
Yeah. And then when you have to cook it now, right? You season it.
So
I
you're-
find all wild meat is seasoned
One
with your normal green seasonings and culantro or shadow benny as we call it,
Yeah.
right? And your garlic, your pepper, whatnot, and you put a little rum to tenderize the thing.
Okay.
You know how we love our rum,
Yeah. All right.
right? And what we do is a kind of curry stew.
What they do, not we. They.
We in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah,
Oh well,
we-
no. I
yeah.
said, you know, I
Curry
thought it
stew
was
is
kind of
actually
including.
popular.
I thought it was including yourself in the cook when mom was doing it at home. Now.
No.
You was far removed from
She-
that.
she
But
going on
okay,
next
go
room.
ahead.
I
go ahead.
look. My mother's one of them women. Come,
Yeah.
I'm cooking. You have to learn. Come and see.
So your mom was
Right?
versed in removing the glands and all that.
No.
kind of thing too?
No. I
Okay.
just saying, I've seen.
Oh, you've seen it.
Yeah.
But okay, when it's done, when it's in the kitchen and it's
Yeah,
already
so, yeah, it's already skinned, it's
uh-huh,
cleaned, right? And she preparing it, seasoning it up now to make the cook.
right.
So as I said, you put your green seasonings, meaning your chive, your celery, you put your onion, you put culantro,
Yeah,
garlic, well seasoned. You know
Like
we like our
parsley,
food highly
like-
seasoned.
yeah.
Salt, your pepper,
Salt.
drop a little scotch bonnet, a little piece, not,
I like
right?
black pepper and
No,
thing
actually
too.
a bit more than that.
More, plenty scotch bonnet,
You rub it in. You're rubbing it in.
put a little rum, and you leave that to marinate.
How long?
To
How
make
long? How long?
Kusume.
How long?
Overnight.
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 Minimum.
I would think you'd want to leave that for a little week or so.
Nah,
to
nah.
sit.
No. Oh gosh.
Yeah, time.
But I
Your
thought-
belly burning. Like that.
Oh, okay.
I thought you.
But and people
And
as
what you-
curry, people as
okay.
season up the duck and thing all kind of week before. That's
Correct.
that's the secret in our best curry duck. The
That's
length
not
of time
secret
that it's
because
seasoned.
A well-made curry that could be seasoned in an hour,
Yeah.
and you
Okay.
put it in.
I'm coming out
Why
like
is
a
it-
You give
I'm like a real
you give it
rookie.
enough time
Yeah.
just for the seasoning to take, for the
take,
meat to take the
correct.
seasoning.
Right.
You sprinkle it with a little curry powder,
Mm-hmm.
and you leave that.
Put it to sit down there.
So now so it already has the curry spices along with the other spices that you use to season it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You caramelize some sugar.
Right.
You burn the sugar. You brown the sugar.
So you can't buy the one in the grocery store like the brown then.
No, you can do that.
All right, good.
You can do that.
You can't buy no Grace brown then.
You have to be authentic.
Oh, okay, all right. So you burn the sugar.
So you burn the sugar, and you put our meat in.
Right.
Now when you put our meat in and you hear that sizzle,
It's like you open my
the aroma
Mm-hmm.
alone, you're hungry already.
Baby,
Right?
that
I'm
true?
hungry already. I'll listen because no, but she's right. I mean,
Uh-huh.
basically that is how you would put it in, and then you cut up the meats by the way, and you bring that
Yes.
in, and then you caramelize everything and you bring it in, and it's just like a stew. The whole purpose is that there's a little more in terms of your
You put a bay leaf.
seasoning.
You put a bay leaf to sit down inside of the pot
You
too.
put in a 2-3.
Yeah.
And then it's the length of time just to bring it down. You will never get it at the same consistency as
A stew
a stew
chicken.
beef or a stew chicken.
So hold on, you ain't putting that on no electric stove. That had to be under an open flame.
Well,
I don't know
open flame is
nothing about.
always-
I don't know nothing about
Exactly.
pressure cooker. Eh?
Well,
Okay.
it's pressure cooker. I know all with that. Yeah.
Green pawpaw.
That is correct.
You put some green pawpaw inside of that thing, and the enzymes in the pawpaw tenderize the meat.
What the jail is this?
Well, no, you use the green purple if you're not using the alcohol. Huh? I mean, if you
One
you,
or the
if
other.
you Mix, well, most times, I mean, if you're mixing it, it's because you really want that.
It's tough,
it's
and you really want
tough,
it so falling off the bone.
But they are both the same. The green purple is.
So and a question I have, you ain't cooking that in no like no Calphalon pot or no or no brand name. You putting that in a big iron something.
A nice matter Stuart, bro.
Yeah.
no,
Iron
Dutch
pot.
oven.
No.
No Dutch oven. Even though that could work. Actually, a Dutch oven would be
But
best.
what?
I've never
What?
done it.
Big
though.
iron pot.
Iron pot.
Cast iron pot.
Iron pot.
Because
iron pot.
the impression-
Iron pot on
You know
on
every
fireside.
Caribbean home have one of
Fireside.
those.
I mean two. One. It has
You have
come
one?
it has come silver and it's turned
No.
black.
Turn black.
Yeah.
It's come surprise to
But my
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
is this. When I think about wild meat, I don't see it. I don't really see it in our kitchen. I mean, I know what y'all are saying, and I like how y'all qualify it.
Actually, did you
but
say
I
that
like
it
to see it
was in the
outside.
kitchen?
Was it in the
Because
kitchen?
most time, oh, that was in your
But
mother's kitchen.
most time it's one
Most
ring
time,
burner
yeah.
and
Oh.
rum
Ring
club
burner,
bowl.
correct.
Rum club bowl, a one ring burner is like a piece of hardware that is yeah, you hook it up to like a propane tank and
Yes.
it just sits on a table and it's just fire. You know, it's usually just
or the ground.
on the ground, exactly. Yeah,
Well,
so
actually, I will
that's the
tell-
concept that
I
I'm
will tell you
thinking
this.
about.
I know many men who, if you open the back of their car, there's a small,
A ring.
no, not
A
a
ring
ring stove. No, a small,
Tank, I guess.
what do you call it? The pot.
Coal
a small
pot.
iron, a small
Oh, iron pot, iron
a
pot.
small iron pot.
You never know when you
When
Because
they-
they
when they go
always-
cook.
Whenever a cook is in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, because there have a lot of people, they can't cook unless it's their pot.
Their pot, I hear
And
you.
their
their
pot
pot.
spoon.
Yeah.
Of course, with the pot.
Yeah, your pot
Yeah,
spoon,
I mean-
and 2 dry coconut.
You understand?
Now, well, everything you could get along the
Oh,
way.
yeah, people know great coconut and thing again. You could go and buy coconut milk in the pack.
In the park, yeah.
You know, but all you all talking, when last all you went like a Maracas or a River Lime and
It's been a little while for me.
I put on one.
I line by the
A
pool.
cook?
I went to
Nah.
Riverline by
A good
Hilton
while.
Pool recently. I don't know if that's
Okay.
Uptown River Line.
yeah. Oh God, don't take the Dubz now. But all right, so we heard about the preparation. The skinning and thing that is secondary. That could be done by the farmer or the man, the meat man, the butcher, or whoever. We learn about how we season the thing. We put it in the pot and we cook it. We talking cook time here now. This is something you had to wake up early. If you want it for lunch, what time you had to start to do this thing?
If you want it, well, lunch is whenever it's done.
All right, so if you want
Lunch
it,
is when it's done.
all
If you
right,
want it
so
for 12 noon.
if you want it for dinner,
It's at 10 o'clock.
at 10 o'clock, and again for 12.
Yeah, 12, 1.
All right, good.
12,
Okay.
51.
But I'm finished. So after you stir it up in the caramelized sugar and it take color, it brown up good now. You know, there's no water or anything. You know, you do stew chicken and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same process.
Right, and after it's coated and it's cooking while it's coated and getting the color, and you add a little water and so on. You add your coconut milk.
You must have
That is the key ingredient for me.
Go ahead.
Although I've never had it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I
we
wanna
have
say.
we have a vegetarian explaining to us
Who's
how
giving
to cook
us,
wild
you know what I
meat.
mean? I'll stand up there, listen in there.
I don't eat meat and I cook meat. No, I cook meat regular. My husband is eat meat, and he say I'm eating meat,
Yeah.
and he had to continue eating meat.
So you had to cook it.
So I had to cook it.
But what
Who's
is it?
tasting it?
What is about
Who's tasting it?
He's tasting.
He's
He's
tasting.
the official taster. Taste that thing. Tell me what it need. Yes, baby.
But
No.
but Jizzy, just tell me something. What about this coconut milk now? What does that do to the wild meat? It adds a what?
Sweetness.
A
Coconut
sweetness.
milk is a natural additive for most meats.
Right.
Well, not even for Trinidad. It is now really and truly all over the world.
Worldwide.
Yeah, I mean, it's in cans. We still do it the traditional way. We do it
Grater.
to the point where we grate and literally pull with
And
the-
a little piece of your
Not me.
thumb had to come off in
I
that.
done that shit
Put
for
it
this-
with some
I done that shit for
in
this
the
long
water.
time.
And
Squeeze
it out.
it.
It's
Let the
straight
cream
up.
rise to the top.
Yep. Not me
Alright.
and that shit.
It's
Selling it when it's selling in town. I go in for it. But that is natural sweetness. I mean, when you put that in,
Creaminess too.
and then you bring in your pigeon peas to drop in. You have to throw in your pigeon peas. You know, then you want to garnish with the little and the shadow benny on top for the end flavor. Let me tell you something. When you see the done with that partner, you're good to go in. You're good to.
All right.
And as David said, they cook most all of them that way.
Yeah, and that's
Right?
That's the
But
basic
each
thing.
one has its little peculiarities and the gaminess of it comes out, and so there are subtle differences in the taste, right?
Very
Okay.
true.
For some reason, I think an iguana, for instance, that ain't looking like no long cook. That looking like a fish, like
Yeah,
a
see,
fish,
that's
a
one
fish
of the-
diamond.
That's one of the hardest of them because
Serious?
I mean, yeah, that is very gamey. That you taste that.
I say you saute that flour, and is it
for-
just
yeah, do that now.
Flour.
When you're done with that.
like fish? You know, fish will take
Well,
no
it
time to
depends.
cook.
It depends on like in some of the islands, like where iguanas watch it in your face and say, "Yo, what's up?"
yeah,
Like
what's happening?
Curacao and Aruba and thing, right? They make like a iguana soup,
Okay,
not a curry stew, and it's a iguana soup.
right.
Right, and it's actually considered an aphrodisiac. Your kind of thing, Dubz, because you know the male iguana have
Saint
two
Lucia.
penises.
A male iguana two penile.
Yes. What penis? Two peni.
Serious? So wait now, front and back.
Yeah, I know how it's positioned. Right?
Well, there must be 2 holes.
Right? And they make a kind of soupy stew.
All right.
Right? And they serve it as an and the eggs as well from the female.
Yes, the eggs are very popular.
Delicacy.
Yes?
Yeah. We get that locally.
They say that's a cure for impotence.
Okay. Well, I
So-
wouldn't be needing that. Valz, you can talk to that.
But and he's boiling it. What is this?
Walk round.
Okay. All right. Okay. So.
But a little bit about iguanas.
Yeah.
You know, in some countries in Central and South America, in South and Central America, they call iguanas chicken of the trees.
Chicken at the tree.
Because
It tastes like chicken?
They eat iguanas so much.
Oh, like chicken.
And in some of these countries, it's actually becoming endangered because they eat it so much.
But how that could be endangered? That is reproduced so fast.
Depending on how fast people eat it.
Actually, they got them a lot. Like in my area in Diego Martin.
Yeah.
They run across our fences.
Run across
Yes,
the road.
Yeah. No,
If you're driving behind a man and you see him swerve
Yeah, boy.
purposefully.
Swerve or
you see
stop.
that on the North Coast. On
Yeah.
the North Coast road, you see
Right?
plenty of that.
Yeah, like in my area.
know
I
he
think
trying-
out.
in my
He's trying
area.
to evade the one, eh?
Yeah, he's trying to get it.
He's trying to get it.
Yeah, he's trying to get it. Sometimes I would just in my area, you would just see some guys just standing around, like looking up into the trees.
the
now.
tree,
It's
yeah.
like, what going on? It's
A
just
man up there
eventually,
shaking them
yeah,
out.
somebody's
Yeah.
shaking them out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I find iguanas out of all the wild meat. I think iguanas have a very kind of exotic. It's an exotic creature, you know? So it's beautiful to look at. So when you see
Any
a
pot
man
too?
have
What you call this? The waddle. Let's call that.
Under the
It's
throat.
a waddle.
Yeah, under the
That's
throat.
what it is. It's a waddle.
waddle.
It's a
Oh,
It's like a
waddle?
pigeon waddle. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you see a man coming through the bush now with that in his hand and the way there's tidy legs behind its back,
Yeah.
it looks so cruel and stuff. I feel sad
sad.
about
Yeah,
it.
but,
I know it pleases a lot when it's going down the throat.
And they said, you know, the iguana, I mean, when you think of all the wild meat, that's the one that has the calmest disposition. You know, all the other wild meat,
Aggressive, you had to hunt it,
They're
and-
aggressive.
Yeah.
You call it iguana.
You say,
see
yeah,
a
Iggy, and he come
Calm.
to
Yeah, I know.
eat a crack corn and bread.
I know,
Nah,
but if you think
that's
about it, out of all the
that's
wild
not
meat,
that-
iguana is one that is actually kept
That's
as a
not
pet.
so true because they take flight very easy. In fact,
Oh, yeah, they take flight, but they're not aggressive. They're not aggressive, though.
No,
Yeah.
most of them aren't.
Yeah.
But one of their defenses, though, is like if you hold on to the tail, you will see iguana spin and actually spin its tail off and go because the tail goes back.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, like a lizard.
Yeah, that's what they are.
So he will release his tail and get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
But,
Exactly,
but you know,
yeah.
the tails are very strong because the way iguanas swim, because iguanas have gone
Correct.
from islands to islands sometimes with hurricanes, or there are cases where boats have run aground and the iguanas came from the boats and they would swim only using their tails. They
Wow.
would take their legs and just have their legs just dangling and the
the
tail that
tails.
would just propel them through the water and they move from island to
Yeah,
island,
the
and that's why
body
they
motion.
Okay.
The body
that's why
motion,
they're so
actually.
popular
Yeah.
throughout the Caribbean, and I mean they're really from
South
South
America.
and
Mainland
South
South America,
South America,
correct,
and they I mean you could be found almost anywhere now.
All right.
So the iguana is lean, high protein meat, eh? And I want to talk about that in a little while, but specifically, chefs say that the iguana smells like fish, feels like chicken, looks like red meat, and
Is
some
that mixed?
people even say it tastes a little bit like pork.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
So he's like the
But-
trifecta of meats.
Guys, yeah, have plenty bones in iguana too. Plenty
Yeah, most of them do.
Plenty little
Yeah, they
fine
have
bones with
skeletons.
all kind of jokey shapes, right?
Okay. So
But getting
so-
back to the protein content, Dred, do you know that wild meat has higher protein content than chicken?
than chicken breast?
Than chicken, just chicken
In
in general.
general,
Yeah,
okay.
so that is actually pretty good for human consumption. You
But
know.
but it could
You
also
know,
be
get on
the,
that carnival diet.
Buy them by the pounds, huh?
but
Buy everything.
it could also be I mean what wild meat eat, because a lot of them, for example, the iguana.
No, they're vegetarian.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but
Most of them.
yeah.
Omnivores.
Yeah, but not the
But-
Gucci, because Gucci eating anything.
Manicous.
Man.
Manikou.
But when you compare to chicken, we feed chicken. I mean, sometimes it's processed thing to get to get nutrients and for it to grow fast and that sort of thing.
But you're talking about
Chicken about-
protein and paleo.
Chicken protein content is let's say baseline 14% of a chicken's body is protein. Guti is 23,
Wow.
lap is 25, tattoo is 20, quenk is 26, guana is 24.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, some of them almost double the protein content. So
Yeah, but they're about 3 or 4 times the price of chicken.
and low end fat too, eh? But yeah, that's the price you have to
You
pay.
know, I was gonna ask that
So it's
question.
almost
Are
like
they,
a superfood.
are they
Yeah.
fatty meats? Are they fatty meats? You know, you bounce up some layers of fat there, the trim off and thing, or is lean meat?
It's lean for most of them, eh? I don't
Most
know.
of
I
them,
didn't think.
Yes,
I never
yeah.
see no
Yeah, because
Because they always move in.
they're wild. They're not don't like farm animals
Yeah.
who being
Who
kept
could sleep and thing
they're
and
being
rock
kept
back.
in a limited space, and they're not allowed to roam.
And whose food comes to them.
yeah,
Those animals have
They
to
know, yeah.
Like most animals.
search for the
yes,
food.
Yeah,
exactly.
you gotta work for your food, so you
Yeah.
have the time to get
Yeah.
fat.
And you always look at the difference, like, for example, what is on the other end, like Kobe meat, Kobe beef. Kobe beef, which is considered the high-end meat is because they literally don't move.
They don't move, yeah.
They massage them. They actually sometimes would strap them so that they are not on their legs. You understand?
Well,
So
I hear you.
it's all in the old context, from soft to what is super soft to what is.
Yeah, what is...
Dubz, anybody ever say you quank? Oh, yeah, quank.
No. That's never happened to me. Valz?
I think that's a bit of
Yeah,
I know
old
they say
quank.
it's
I
a old
think
quank.
a old quank is more like a female, like if it's a derogatory term for a female.
It is. It's a kind of this,
Okay.
you know. But maybe they find you look like a pig, but you know a wild hog, which is the other word for quank. It's not actually a pig, eh?
It's not related to the pig as we know it.
No, it's not. It's not.
What is it?
It's a colored peccary.
A peccary?
Yeah, they're not descended from pigs actually.
Yeah, a whole different animal. So what they calling them a hog for?
Because they find it look like it.
Okay, all right.
Kind of looks
but-
like one.
You're bringing up a point there, and I just want to go back to you on just on the protein content. You know, and coming into the quanks, the wild hogs, still the number one protein content percentage comes from pig's blood. You know that, 37%.
From pig's blood.
That in England it's considered a superfood.
Pig's blood.
As
Yes,
in
as in
pudding.
Pudding.
Black
correct.
pudding.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie's
It's
later.
actually
Charlie's later, Dubz. What are you doing after?
37%. I was just
37%.
And I pick blood's aphrodisiac too. Dubz, now you want to go.
Why don't leave the Dubz alone now? Everything on Dubz working just fine.
and except it's nothing. You notice.
That's not what we hear.
Okay. All right.
But pig not wild.
But unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
Or fortunately.
But actually, no. The context I want to bring it up is that it is not. It would be the same with like the wild hogs and those other animals. It's just that we because it's not farmed.
Yeah.
Whereas we could have the content that we could use for this aspect. You understand? But I would imagine that if that is checked, I am sure it would be much higher because of their being wild and they're being always. I'm sure their blood would be spiking much over that.
Or
Okay,
if we
great.
were to actually
Ta-
use the
correct,
blood.
correct.
Okay,
yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
I never want to drink no good
So you
blood.
don't-
Quank blood.
So you
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 do it
do
for
it black pudding?
I've never tried it. No, but the thing is, all right. So
try
so
it. You
here,
might
man,
like it.
we talking we talking about this wild meat thing, right? And okay, so we live in Trinidad and Tobago. I can't say if I'm feeling to eat wild meat right now, like after this podcast, where do I go to eat wild meat now, today?
Wild meat
Today.
is not sold commercially.
Okay, so so I
Sorry,
want some
cooked wild meat is not sold commercially.
David, I want some iguana and fries. Where I get that?
Iguana and fries is here, no?
You ain't getting that in
Where I
Chile.
getting that?
You ain't
All
getting
right,
that.
First, you need iguana and provision.
Okay,
Or
so-
iguana and dumpling.
After the lime,
Iguana and peas and rice.
after the podcast, I'm taking the Rum Club team to eat wild meat. Where we going?
You're going on Friday evenings.
Friday, but today's Saturday.
No, as I said before,
Gotta pick
you're
your day.
going to Tapas, who is available at the corner of, where is that? Boy?
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone Road.
And
Tapa
Mount Coco.
Crystal Stream
No,
and
Crystal
Mount-
Stream.
Crystal Stream
And
and Mount
Mount
Coco
Coco
Road.
Crystal
Road.
Stream and Mount-
Okay.
Yes, and there he has quite
Easy-
an array of
easy piggy
literally everything.
Alright.
And yes,
We have a partner called Piggy.
Yeah, he know. He,
Piggy's
Mm.
go there
Yeah.
every Friday.
no,
Good,
boy,
good.
I ain't doing that.
and with all them aphrodisiac talking,
Big
say
up to
Piggy,
man like Piggy.
Piggy just had a son the other day too. So the thing working.
Anyway, going there.
So David, tell me
Yes.
something. So if I want to eat wild meat and it's wild meat season and meat by the pound selling all over the place, plus pirog coming from Venezuela with
Hey,
thing,
hey.
I could only eat thing on one day of the week.
No, you buy it and you make it yourself.
But
And
your
that's
daughter,
that's
but
your-
your daughter
No,
tell me the
again,
thing hard to cook it. They can 3-4
For
hours.
Rumble.
And the
No,
guy
what's
rigs
that one?
It
too.
shows
Must
your
have a
love.
man down
It
south,
shows your love.
somewhere near Maruga selling wild meat. We just say no.
Listen, this podcast is extended to the entire world, and I know when these people come into the country and stuff like that, and we tantalize their taste buds and stuff. If they come on a Thursday night or a Wednesday night, we have to wait until Friday to head down to Crystal Stream to get it. I want to know where else we could get it.
But wait.
Unfortunately,
I have
David, yes.
David, you could cook it?
Dubz, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
David, you have foodie run titty. You just carry people all over the country for food.
Yes, we do.
You don't carry them nowhere for wild meat, David.
Did it
David,
already?
wait, stop. I feel you try to keep your trade secrets away from me, so
No,
we ain't got no way to go. We ain't gonna go on your stomping grounds. If David, we ain't gonna
Actually,
go.
I carry them straight
The same
to
spot by
Friday
Kappa.
night to Itapas.
Friday night,
Yeah.
Dubz Friday night.
Itapas.
But
Yeah,
it's just nowhere Moruga, we could go nowhere
Again,
Citrus.
and that is the problem with it, is because of the cost, and secondly because of how it's cooked.
Yeah,
A lot
okay.
of people really don't try it. They don't want to try it. And then again, storage.
Dubz, fear not. I go call down a pot.
I find so, because if
I go
your
call
mother,
mommy.
well, mommy, yeah.
Mommy, hey, mommy.
And I'll tell you something. If you're doing that, tell me, no, I can bring our squad in. No, we paying.
All right. Well, all right.
All right.
We now start to talk.
We talking good there.
Yeah.
And I'm supplying the journey.
I think she have a goatee in her fridge right now.
But she had to clear
So
that
talk
out by the
more
end of
like-
April.
That good fries.
Let me tell you something. I went in New York in one of them little farmers market, and two Guyanese, and they watch me. I say, well, wild meat. And if you see, they pull out a goatee. The goatee in the freezer so long, the goatee stretch out straight. They hold it by the tail.
Talk about that, I remember. I'll call you name Dane. At time.
You ain't gonna call your name then.
That's how I call it. That's how I call it. Dane Valley. Part of my mom's in you come to New York. I say, yeah, I'm coming up next week. He said,
That
"Pass
packet
my
chocolate.
pass my mom's something. That's what it's say this pasta, God. My mother give me monkey to carry for heat to New York.
That's like taking cookie on a plane. You're wicked.
But she
Yeah,
cook it
no.
there. But yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's cooked.
Oh, it's cooked.
So,
yeah, I have no problem.
I go to the airport now. I'll come up to me with a dog. The dog stiff in my luggage. So,
You come see wicked.
The dogs had a hump. The dogs had a hump here. The Samsonite.
Hey, how you doing, sir? You got a meat in there? Sorry, you got a meat in there, sir? No. Sir, you got any meat in there? No. I have a story and that's ticket thing. Yeah, so one more time, sir, you have any meat in there?
You ain't saying
No, sir.
No.
Every time I get it.
Okay, go ahead.
Seriously?
Because I tried to.
That's
I
in the
tried.
80s,
I thinking about how am I going to explain to this man? I have monkey in
Yeah.
my
No,
suitcase.
it's always
Tree
beef.
So I go say,
Tree
more
mutton, you
chicken.
call
these
that.
damn Africans. But what you going to think? What you doing traveling with monkey?
No, but once it's cooked, you have no problem.
Yeah.
Once it's cooked, you have
In
no problem.
Barbados and St. Kitts, I think those are two islands that have what they call tree mutton. Right?
That's what they call it?
Yeah, it's the green monkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know they have different types of varieties of
Yeah, Trinidad is
monkey.
howlers.
Trinidad have howlers and capuchin, I think, right?
Okay, yeah.
You ever see a monkey after it's been cleaned and skinned?
No.
It looks just like a rabbit.
That's a rabbit, I hear.
Like a child, they say.
Yeah, it's like just like
Rabbit
a
is the
Oh
same.
no,
Yeah.
no, no.
So
no,
they say.
no. That's not a very good visual.
You understand?
Tried it the other day.
No, but they say that they call it tree mutton because the sight and smell is it's not it's very close to actual regular mutton,
Okay.
you know,
Alright.
but tree because
Yeah,
there's
yeah, being
monkeys is being the
trees, yeah.
trees and thing now. So Trinidad is not the only island that partakes. Yeah, Barbados, St. Kitts. Some of these animals you actually find in the islands high up, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
You know. But in Trinidad, the number one is goatee.
Number one is Gucci.
Number one is goatee, and number two, I think, is lap.
Lap. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
what's that goatee? What is that really?
A rat.
It's not
It's like a big rattan.
A big
It's
rat.
a slender brown
It's
tail.
big.
Hairy rat.
It's
Yeah.
part of
That's
the
what it
road.
is.
It's not a rat.
It's a-
It's part
it's a
of the
rodent.
rodent
It's a-
species.
yes,
Oh gosh.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
big rat. Listen, in Ivory Coast, right, in West Africa, the word agouti, which is probably, I don't know if the agouti is a Amerindian word or if it has origins in Africa, but the word agouti means the greater cane rat.
Wow. And
Yeah,
that's a delicacy.
but it related to the guinea pig. So I mean, so it's
So a guinea pig is a big rat. too?
Unless it's looking back. We'll go on to that topic.
no, let me expand on that topic.
see, hey Tisha.
I think I need a little more convincing to start a partake of all these other wild meats. I mean, I don't know if you all did a good job or not.
I think you need to taste it. I need to think.
Yeah, but
I
that
think
one
you
a week.
need to
That one a week
try the end
wait
result.
is the
It's
problem.
Friday.
Well.
When you go to Lime or Hangout, it's not once a week, it's not every day. So it's just like it's a delicacy, and you savor, you wait for it. It's people coming through Trinidad once or twice a year just
For
to
Carnival.
Carnival, whenever, and they have it now. You have it once a week.
I'm just the kind of guy who, when I want something,
You
I
want
want it
instant
now.
gratification.
I want it now.
Instant gratification with you.
Yeah.
You understand?
Lap,
just-
lap. The Guyanese eat lap plenty.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to New York, and it was a lap or goutier by.
Lap.
It was a lap.
A lot.
Like that. They have a
Yeah.
a old Guyanese saying. I have a good Guyanese accent.
You know what a lap is?
Another rodent?
Yes.
No.
There's another rodent? No?
A lap not like a
Lap is
like
an
a
anteater.
like a yeah.
But it's also
Anteater.
it's a rodent family too.
Okay.
A lap is an anteater, right?
No, just not. I'm just.
I
make
thought
sure.
a lap
Yeah.
is. I thought a lap
No,
is like
sorry.
a dare.
Sorry.
That's
Yes.
tattoo.
No.
That is
That's tattoo.
Tattoo is
Tattoo
the
is the-
armadillo.
The armadillo.
To me,
tattoo.
I will
Yeah.
tell you this. I believe tattoo is more popular
In
in terms of, and the popularity is because of its availability.
Okay.
understand?
Level.
Yeah,
tattoo
because
all over.
yeah, I mean that is something that really and truly they have this hard exoskeleton
Mm-hmm.
that actually a hunter told me how you catch. They live in holes in the
Yeah, they borrow. They
burrow.
yeah.
Correct. And he said his introduction to this animal was they all ran it down. They shot at it. They ran it down. It's not something that you could. It has
It's
a
hard
hard
exterior,
exoskeleton.
yeah.
Correct. Yes. So therefore, when he got it, he held on to the tail, and they told him that hold on to the tail. It was not going into its burrow, right? And they have these long claws, and he's holding on to it, And the other hunters who are more versed than him, then hold on to it, pull it out, knowing damn well that he couldn't. So after he said, yeah, what I done, I gonna let this thing go. They said, nah, man. And what the other hunter, older hunter who held on to it and just took it out. I mean, as he held it, he took it out
Wow.
and put it in the bag. So he watched him and he said, what you did. And they didn't tell him anything.
Hold him by the balls.
And he told them, he said, when he reached back, he said, he told one of them, he embarrassed him, what went on here? He said, what's the closest hole to the animal tail?
You hold him by the caca hole?
He said, you do the maths.
They pay finger and all that.
Okay.
He said, by me time, and
That's
is
a muscular
actually,
thing, 'cause-
that is a, no,
He
because they are very strong.
It
Because they run in.
releases.
No, but from the time they anchor there, the one way they're going in, they're going in. So he said that what tends to startle them.
You hold him by the caca.
No, it just protrude a bit and
All
see
right.
everything relax. You see,
Yeah.
but they get the surprise and they pull it out.
But they say that they actually outrun hunters and the dogs very often.
Oh yeah, they just put dogs. They just put dogs on
Yeah.
a serious chase.
And they also, if they're going down an incline, they form into a ball.
Ball and roll.
And they could roll.
Wow.
And then when they're going down into the burrows too, they could that shell, they could lodge themselves in. So
I wouldn't be
why he
surprised.
trying to get it out is because these
I have seen it already, and it's like scales.
yes,
Yeah.
so they
Layers.
lodge
Yes,
it
so it's-
into
yes,
the into
it
the
is.
earth. So you
Correct.
pulling,
I'm
but
sure they
you
could
wedged in there.
bring it up. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And they have very long nails, so
Right.
because of that. So, but they're also they eat no meat. They're all
You're actually right. The tattoo is the second most hunted.
Okay. All
So
right.
it's
Right,
Guti
yes.
first and then tattoo.
yeah.
Right? But the story was going to tell
Wonderful
about the
meat.
lap.
Wonderful meat.
The lap in Guyana. Right? They say if you eat lap or laba,
That was Guyanese.
Guyanese
for it.
term, right?
If
If
I-
you eat laba and drink creek water, you'll always return to Guyana.
That's their position on Crocro.
Serious?
Is it the Crocro?
Cascadoo.
Cascadoo.
So hold on. Let me hear that again.
If you eat laba and drink creek water,
Right.
you'll always return to Guyana.
Okay, I hear you. And what about the buck? If a buck eat that, well, in one of our previous episodes, we had a whole
Which
long
version?
discourse on bucks. So,
Well,
I'm training the
which
buck
one?
now.
And Guyana
Which
sweet,
one?
you know.
Yeah, man.
The Guyanese have some the indigenous people from the Rupununi mountains, Makushi, right? And Makushi tail. Pregnant women must tickle their nose daily late in the pregnancy with a laba whisker
A lava whisker?
to encourage sneezing and easy birth.
Oh, Lord. There it goes.
You say, baby,
Yeah.
that lava whisker there for me.
Yeah. You can imagine, you can imagine that, boy. Your wife telling him, get a lava whisker. What is the first thing you going and do? Huh? Lord, boy.
You had to go and hunt, you had to go and
Go and
hunt.
hunt, yes?
Or you had to go and buy.
Yeah, boy. Where you getting a lava whisker for sale?
Well, whoever sell lavas. You see, you can sell the part, you sell the whiskers, you sell the legs, you sell
All right, yeah. Like foreign news. Like the bamboo.
Now, outside of the natural wild meat, I mean, Trinidadians, one thing I love about Trinidadians is you're never surprised at what we will put on a table to eat. Because, I mean, I've been able to partake of horse, you know.
Mountain chicken.
Well, no, not in Trinidad.
Yes.
No, not in Trinidad.
Where you that?
As I've had that in Dominica, but they had a disease that
Wipe them out.
wiped them out. And now
Okay.
I eat that in the US.
Okay.
I get that in the US.
Because I
and mostly Korean restaurants.
a close friend of Rum Club, Easy Andrea, I know she would go to one of them all-inclusives right through because of that horse now, boy. I think one of those Bishop's Fete.
Yeah.
I think they
There's
were...
the Galloping Gourmet.
yeah,
Galloping Gourmet, yeah.
I
They
like
had
that.
good,
Galloping gourmet.
good, a good horse running, a good
Yeah,
session
yeah.
for a while now.
And it's a very stringy meat.
It's like
They stew it, but it's really, I mean, it's just meat, no bones.
it's not like corned beef. To me, as if I see it and it look like corned beef. I don't know. It look
Corned beef or corned beef? There are two different things. Corned beef I eat.
Right.
Corned beef is actual beef that has been salted.
No, not that beef. The one in the
Okay.
can.
No.
That's
Nothing,
you-
nothing like
yeah,
that.
crushed cow.
Not crushed cow. No. But actually, no, it's very stringy and it's really nice. I mean,
What you squat in Jamaica again, Damian?
Bully beef.
what's that? What?
Jamaicans call crushed cow.
It's
my
relative.
family. Yeah, my relative. Call it bully beef. Yeah,
Well, that's
but
the
it's
sweetest thing in the
it's
world.
a stringy kind of
It's a very
horse.
stringy.
Horses
yeah.
are stringy.
Again, the
Okay.
curry stew or the stew it.
All right.
Very popular at now at a number of the school
Fats,
all-inclusive.
fats.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's become quite popular.
We touch on real thing there.
Yeah, but from you talk about wild meat, but all you talk about one of the favorites, maniku.
We talk maniku.
All you treat the maniku so...
We just mentioned maniku.
You know, maniku feel not listen to this podcast. I call.
Yeah, what's
Talk
that
about
one?
me.
They're happy.
I did top 5.
Listen, one of the most interesting things I find about a maniku is, you know, a maniku is a marsupial, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it gives birth to its young, underdeveloped.
Yeah.
And then the
nurse them.
in the pouch,
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
pouch, just
pouch.
like a kangaroo.
Yeah, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you look at them, they look like it.
And
they
they say that there are genetic and research and things that suggests that a manikou from South America or a possum from South America is the ancestor of the modern day kangaroo and koala, you know.
Serious?
Yeah, so something to do with, like, you know, the warm water and so on, some kind of front or tide or something that took them to Antarctica,
Yeah.
and they settled on in that continent, and through generations gave birth to what we now know as the kangaroo and koala bear.
Wow.
Mm.
Interesting.
Well, they all do look. They have a basic look like that. Yeah, cousins. But again, another. We don't get much. We don't get much of that in Trinidad.
Manikou?
I have not eaten that in.
But
I don't think I've ever eaten.
Manikou is like vermin. Manikou is all over the place, and they must be overhunted because manikou is like
But
agricultural
but
pest.
it's still popular. It's
So
still popular.
manikou is not one of those animals that's subject to the Conservation of Wildlife Act.
It's
They are
not.
not.
No, you could have hunt manikou in season or out of season.
Could have. Not again.
Well, you don't see it anymore. I don't know if it.
No, but I'm not. I have not seen that in quite some time. That's like Matt.
All right. I just got a text message from Pigiloo, and he says he eats manikou every single Friday night in that same spot. So I don't know. I mean,
by Tapa?
by the Tapa.
But
Hey,
one
Tapa,
one
it's
thing
unlocked, boy.
one thing we are talk
Earlier,
we are talk
let me go-
about
Let me come Friday. Let me go.
Well, all right. So it's a lime.
one thing we are talk
Yeah,
about
afraid.
is the flying wild meat,
Flying wild meat, what's that?
birds.
Well,
What bird is a flying wild meat?
You know
Kobo?
what? I ain't gonna talk about it. Piggy Lou, come now.
What flying wild meat is that, Kobo?
What the cockatoo?
But that's not a national bird.
Oh gosh, boy, you're
Okay, now we're going into. I am not part of this conversation.
No, it's considered a pest in Tobago.
Right.
Oh,
So they
right.
allow
The
it.
A lot of
cockrico
them, so you could
is
hunt it.
still
Yeah.
considered. It's considered illegal.
It's a pest.
It's a national bird.
It's a national pest.
No, but it's a pest in Tobago. No?
Right.
So they allow people
To hunt it.
Yes. The
That's
farmers and
unofficially.
That's very unofficial. I
All
am
right.
not part of this conversation.
But that look like a tough bird, boy, because he just make real old noise. You see them cockrico and them?
stuff. Yeah,
Real
it's
old
just like
noise.
Yadi.
When you're going,
That's like it tastes
No.
like Yadi.
Yeah.
when you're going with cockrico or the now popular scarlet ibis and all these other things, what you eating there? No matter, I cannot understand people eating this because when you're always young, you all ever eat pigeon, or you never catch pigeon and
Cook up pigeon.
cook a pigeon.
Well, I know it's popular,
Yeah,
but
it's
I know,
popular.
yeah.
No, I mean that's
I know
children
part of, yeah.
or ground dove.
Ground dove.
You know, you
Where
get
you
that.
from?
And, I mean,
Deep
when
in
you
the,
go-
deep in the heart of the Maluba.
and you're cooking that in a crick span. I mean,
I know about Christmas.
Crickson, and you're Crickson.
I don't think you are also
I
the
mean,
same
when you and the
generation.
boys going in the bush, when all they going in the bush,
Going in
in
the
somebody
bush,
estate, in somebody estate, and you're gonna run down.
David, what you talking about? What
Like
year is
young boy
this?
thing,
What
what
years is he talking about? Going people estate and
Yeah, they need it.
and Crixton and
We wouldn't go that.
they were saying go to people estate and a Crixton.
I mean, I will stop that. The conversation died. Another, not too popular, but still something that we eat is, ever heard of a mat?
Mat,
Yeah,
yeah.
mat,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mat. You
See
know,
them in Tuku,
the
you see them
controversy
plenty
with
in
mat
Tuku.
is that, you know, they eat carcasses.
Okay.
They'll run through. I mean, they popular. It's
They
well
like-
known.
they like the Kobo
it's
of the
well
land.
known that yes, that they like if somebody like if an animal takes a dump, they would literally run through it, and they like to. They're like some, not big as an iguana, but they're like a lizard.
Oh, it's a kind
And
of
Yeah.
lizard.
and they run through, and then they have these long tongues and they lick off themselves. Yeah. But I am told it is the sweetest meat.
Oh,
I
Lord.
am told.
Wow. Okay.
And then well, I know we know people eat turtle, which I mean
Yeah.
I've kind of frowned upon. I wouldn't probably partake. I've actually had it
Really
offered
and
in
truly.
times, but
Mats
We
or Tegu
can-
or Sally Painter in Tobago.
Sally Painter, yeah. I know that. I know that.
How would
yeah.
I call it?
That's
Ah.
how we call it in Tobago.
Oh, it's
Sally
colorful
Painter.
long lizard.
But right, long, correct. We have many turtles, and of which I really have to question which one is. I know the
Endangered?
leatherback is endangered.
Right.
There's the
They have hawksbill green,
green,
green
right.
turtle loggerhead, olive ridley. All are classified as endangered or critically endangered.
No turtles at all, in other
No
words.
turtle. Turtle, I think in Morocco is the one that live on land,
Yeah.
and then they have the ones that are marine.
Yeah.
But there's 6 Caribbean species.
And all are
Hawksbill,
endangered?
green, loggerhead,
You can
Thames
eat-
ridley,
so
olive ridley,
if I have a turtle farm, I start farming my turtles.
No, you can't have a turtle farm if it's illegal.
I try to.
You'll have a turtle prison.
The only turtles they can eat, the only Valz.
No, not the shell, not the egg, not the meat,
The only
nothing.
turtles
They
you
are
can
all
eat is the turtles
endangered.
chocolate
I've
from
eat-
Nestle. You know about them turtles chocolate? You can eat that.
I have a turtle egg omelette.
No,
for
I've-
breakfast.
No.
I've eaten turtle in the past,
Yeah.
many years
He's
ago.
a wicked man, but
To-
go ahead.
Togo, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a lovely meat.
How it tastes, sir?
Take your word for that.
It looks like it'll be
really,
soft
really,
and
really nice.
tender.
In terms of eggs, the iguana is very popular.
Where's do is fried the eggs?
No,
Boil it?
you boil it. Yeah, you cook it in the like curry and so
Curry
forth.
egg.
Yeah. I don't know about any other.
That's so cute.
No man.
Dubz is already a foodie though.
Wait. When you get like a smoker in, when you're buying them whole, and not packed like in supermarket. And
Yeah, like in the
you buy
market.
them like in the market, and then when you open it up and you see a raw eggs because
Yeah.
it's a female, what are you gonna do? Straight away?
That's called roe.
That is classic raw.
That's like
Just, you know
when
too
That's
much
like
about
caviar.
them thing.
that's like when you're having caviar.
Caviar.
Is right?
No, but how do you eat it? What you do? You
cook it in. You
It's
cook it in the
it's-
meal. You
it's
cook it in the
cooked, yeah.
meal.
You eat plenty
Melt
of that.
up.
You eat
Okay.
plenty of that
And then
and
you
you
even
know.
know. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the little white kind of little
Yeah.
specks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, lovely.
Alright.
you know.
A little crunched it.
All right, good. Thanks for the tools.
Actually, yes, it's very good for the shed.
So I think, I mean, we touch on all the major wild meat that is consumed that are in Trinidad, the method for cooking it. David, just a little bit though, because we know you do foodie runs. We didn't really touch on that in any kind of, I mean, just to give a little kind of the listeners an idea of what foodie run is, what it's about, where do you take people, and so on. We want all your trade secrets. Tell me all your hideaways.
Don't tell me where you could get wild meat to eat any day. Right? Only tell me about the place I can eat it once a week.
Actually, I got into this through my endeavors. I like to drive around Trinidad just
to eat.
No, actually, just to see different
country.
places.
That's
to
nice.
see
Me
the country,
too.
right? And actually, on one occasion in 2015, I was actually carrying my cousin to Point Fortin for a drive. She lives in New York, and her and a cousin came down, and I carried them down because they know the mayor, Clyde Paul. So on that run, when we got there, lined, and we were leaving, we passed through Labre, Roselac, and I happened upon this giant smoker on the side of the road.
Right.
I'm talking about 15 feet, 6
Chimney
feet
and all
high,
kind of thing,
yeah, double chimney smoker, barbecue smoker, and I was like amazed, and I swinged in and I walked into the establishment, and like the fool that I am, I said, y'all can have this thing on the side of the road and not cook good food.
Yeah.
So the owner of the place came out and looked at me, said, go and sit down outside on the bench, and I would
Sort out,
let me give you
sort out.
something.
Yeah.
And he brought 2 containers with meats, and he told me, if you don't like it, you just get up and drive off. It's not a problem.
You don't have to pay. Yeah. Let's go.
I like that. That's called confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one.
I tasted it. I first looked at it, and smoked meat. When you see the ring, when you see that ring around, I mean, your mouth, my mouth waters when you see it well cooked, and it was pork and beef ribs. He sells imported beef ribs. I mean, like, 9-inch ribs. Fantastic. In fact, I might go down there today. Anyway, this was Wally's Smokehouse.
Wally's.
I've heard
of it.
Now, when I tasted it, I can tell you I bought 5 portions of
So
different
wait
meats.
now. The man bring a portion. He say if you didn't like it,
Yeah.
go about your business.
I paid for the 2, plus I bought 3 more.
3 more.
To go to give to my family. I will tell you this. Anyway, that I went online and I spoke about Wally's Smokehouse.
Right.
And it was passion. I just,
Yeah,
just
like where this
spoke.
place come out
Yeah.
from,
No,
this
it was
quality
always
meat,
there,
yeah.
to find it, and you all have not been there. And from that day, I actually said, and I said in my my short piece, when you're going down there, tell him David sent you. And to this day, people still go there and say, David, where's sent me? And that's supposed to be, it's supposed to be a discount. But
Hey, Wally, we coming.
But
Easy,
from
Wally.
that, a lot of people actually visited. And my one week I said, look, this weekend I think I'm going down Wally's. Who wants to come? And I went down there with about 50, 60 people.
50 people say they
Yeah, we
want to
came
come.
down there. We hired a maxi. It was the first time that I did this. This is actually
It's
this
an
is how I
excursion.
created the foodie run. So people just came down. We brought chairs, coolers,
Rock back for the day.
and we just went
Eat.
down there and we actually closed the place down.
So you all had to call them in advance and let them know.
I
because-
did, yes,
yeah,
of
because
course.
it's-
I mean, you wouldn't be. So from that, a lot of people told me, "Hey, I have so
When-
much
when
confidence
next?
in
When
you
next?
that when next and where next
Yeah.
are you going?"
When
So
and
I've
where?
been to many places. I've been to. There's another the Smokehouse, which is in Maya Rio Claro side.
And it's some
Carried.
long runs too, huh?
I like the long runs.
Yeah.
So I've been to many different places.
It's a
in
long
fact-
run if you're in the west. If you're living in the north.
Yeah.
And that is another
True.
thing. I have a lot of people who are in that area who will come to us. And the nice thing is that when they come, like Bonnet, Bigfoot, hi Bonnet,
Easy bonnet. Yeah, sing nice.
it's very. she actually that she lives very close to Wally's, and when we came down there, she came with her little car and she brought out about 25 chairs for us. I mean, it was so cool, and she came and she sat and we lined.
That sounds so
That's-
fantastic.
It was
That's country
it was
living.
very
Yeah.
organic.
It's like family.
And that is what to me, that is what I saw, and ever since then I've been doing various runs around Trinidad, and
David,
and
say no more.
I charge a small fee.
Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah,
But,
we
it's,
there.
but I am inviting you all to come up, and I really
I want to
wish
go.
that
I
you
want
all
to go
do.
Paramin for the patois.
And you, well, for the patois, that is actually very interesting. You know that on Carnival, 2 nights, for Christmas Day and Carnival Sunday, they host the church hosts an actual traditional church service, speaking patois.
Okay. All right,
It's
so-
beautiful.
Okay, good.
I got married in that church.
Is that
That's
right?
my love, and I don't live nowhere close today.
Well, Jesse, you're gonna meet some of my family, you know, because you know I have family from Parliament.
Well,
too.
then we family.
David,
Yeah, you
this
know
not
that-
have family. You just call that place.
No,
Call that place. You have family.
You see the
Jamaica,
Constantines,
Venezuela,
you
Paraguay.
see the Constantines,
Constantines.
and the Fonilies and the Romanis.
Okay,
of
okay,
Parliament.
done.
That is my
Done.
family.
From
That is
the
my
time
family.
the man
Yeah.
called Romani.
Yeah,
You
that's my
know,
family.
David, I need to give up some people. I know
So-
all the family name.
So you know what, the Rum Club, we accept that invitation, and we're gonna be there in full
I hope
effect.
it's great.
So David,
Yeah.
where people could find you on the social media?
Well, again, David Wares is my social media name.
That's your handle?
You get there, you can go online there, and you can hear my daily rants and raves. Especially you, Wasa. Hate friggin' all that. Anyway, right. So outside of that, I also do have
Hey, what's up?
Foodie Run T. I think that's the Johnny talking there. Anyway, yes, Foodie Run TT, which is a Facebook group that I have. What we do is we talk about everything food. People post what they're cooking to recipes and to places that they visit. From that is where I do find a lot of places to visit.
Wow.
And I also have Cuisine on the Corner, which is my brand, which is where I also show recipes, and I do reviews on a lot of restaurants that I visit, and so restaurants and eateries
In Trinidad or?
in Trinidad,
Okay.
in and out, because I mean I've done quite a number of outside of Trinidad and the States, Tobago,
Okay.
of the islands.
All right,
Excellent.
fantastic, nice man. Well, Rum Club, well, this is the part of the show. And David, I mean, I know you're an avid listener, so you'd know this, and you would know that this is my time.
Yes.
This part of the show is
Rock
called this part of the show is called Tune Fee Bus. And when I say Tune Fee Bus, is because of course I have family that lives in Jamaica. So that fee really translates to 4. So it's really tune.
No, it's two. Tune to bus. Tune to burst.
Thank you. Thanks, JCG, for the clarification there. But we've been talking about wild meat all day, and I've been, you know, it takes a little bit of research for Dubz to pull out these tunes, right? So right about now,
Right about now, coming to the stage, Damien Dubz.
you're to the stage. And you know how the bus may effects, because it always is about effects.
Large put yourself, you know.
You see, this is where the drinks is up. Within the hour mark, people access the street. That's
See
all
that?
happened, yeah.
Exactly.
Hey! Oh gosh! And especially
I never do that introduction. I am shocked.
What?
where's my dad?
This is square one, right? But you know Allison Hinds,
Allison.
right?
Hey!
This was when Allison Hinds was part of a group called Square One.
Barbados number 1.
So we're gonna play back the tune. This tune is called Wild Meat.
Let's all tell me so.
Just, you ever see the wild meat?
No.
Wild meat is the sweetest meat. Wild meat is the sweetest. Just go and sing the tune for me now. Wild meat is the sweetest meat. Sing that for me. If you don't eat it, you had to sing it. Thank you. Hey, Valz, tell me some about the big tune.
Yeah, no. I rate it.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm thinking about booty looking anyhow. I wish today was Friday night now.
I love to eat wild meat. Wild meat is the sweetest meat. Wild meat is the sweetest meat. But you tell she.
Super blue touchy. Let me hear who touchy.
Let me hear the story. Story time.
Name drop it, right?
Right. Allison, like your belly long.
The eye long. Where we getting wild meat in St. James, boy? David, Allison, we had to call Allison.
That must be 29 years ago.
And I talked to Ali, boy. What?
Allison, I was just actually wild meat they eating in St. James.
What's my real artist name calling that?
Yeah.
Everybody.
And actually, I can say that what you're talking about with Lara is tapas.
True story. I tapas
are
me.
the same tapas.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, boy.
Tapas is actually the chef for the former president of Trinidad and Tobago,
Oh, okay.
Max Richards.
Oh,
I could see that.
He used to do his
see
events. He was the wild meat man.
Yeah. All right. Well, boy. So what we gonna do, boy? I feel we gotta wrap this up and finish this bottle of
I agree.
of things.
Are you finishing?
And my prunes and I'm done.
I haven't.
So watch me.
I need mine.
All them thing, all they make me go and buy all them giraffe neck and barbecue pigtail.
Hey, let me go.
All you want that again?
What do you mean?
All you coasting on that?
No, that what we wrapping up the show for.
But before you all wrap, I would just like to find out on a scale of 1 to 5 what you all thought about my prunes.
Hey, 5 out of 5.
You see that the prunes? What you
My
mean?
prunes, you ain't seen prune seed?
I have seeds left.
I feel embarrassed. I don't want to throw up the plastic cup.
Only reason I eat mine, finish it mine is because
Your
I'm
plans.
nervous.
Oh, you know.
No, I find it
Don't
strong.
know
It's strong.
Okay,
It's strong.
It's
All
prune
right.
I'll
lash.
eat it after the
Okay,
show.
well,
Lash, the
again,
Nice.
Prunes
Together
from club
with other-
approved.
Ram Club approved. Endorsed.
We want the recipe.
You understand?
ah boy, no.
Not like
That's when
KFC, right?
friendship done.
KFC 5
E-
star.
11 herbs and
11
spices.
herbs and spices.
It's 4 herbs and spices.
Hey, so Ram Club, well, if you're all excited about this episode, you all know, where to find us. You all can see footage of this episode and you can see the actual prunes in person, Log on to www.thecaribbeanrumclub.com and you can also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Libsyn, all those platforms. You know where to find us. So just tell them now.
You can find us at thecaribbeanrumclub.com. You can find us on iTunes and Apple Podcasts, on Stitcher, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter using the handle Caribbean Rum Club.
Rum Club, Caribbean people, Caribbean lifestyle.
This is Allison Hinds, the Caribbean Queen, representing for Barbados with the Caribbean Rum Club. You know what I'm talking about. Pull up to me bumper. Pull up to me bumper. You want me wine and bend over. But baby, can you roll with me thunder?